mentor panel.
Sorry, I should have pushed that a long time ago.
Oh, okay. All right, no problem. I got an alert and I had to look around for a minute, see what was going on. All right, so we're gonna jump into our mentor panel next. And before we do that, I do want to just do a quick roll call with the mentor panel and just make sure we have everyone here that's going to be in attendance. I know I've seen some of you come in, but I'm going to just make sure here. So when I call your name, if you wouldn't mind just unmuting real quick, just let me know you're here and then we can go on from there. So I'll start with Deandre Brooks.
Present.
All right. I know you had a cameo or two already. I figured you was already in here. All right. Jonas Royster.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. Robert, we already saw you. We talked to you, young brother. We got Jamie Johnson. Are you in the building?
I'm here. Hey, everybody.
Hello. All right. And then we have Matthew Gordon.
Present and accounted for.
All right. We're rolling aces right now. Ebony Jones. Yeah, as soon as I said that, look at that. That's how you taint it. All right, and then we got Jimmy Figueroa.
I'm here.
All right, we'll take, what was that, 95%? I'll take that. All right, so we'll go ahead and start with the first question, and I will start with Deandre. And if you wouldn't mind, just introduce yourself, give your name, where you're from, and any organization that you're affiliated with.
Well, good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Deandre Brooks. I am a San Diego native. I am currently representing Brooks Contracting and Consulting, and we offer mentorship to high-risk youth and also tutoring.
All right, thank you for being with us. We appreciate it.
Uh-huh.
Jonas, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself, letting us know your name, where you're from, and any organization you're with.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Name Jonas Royster, San Diego native, but I do now live up in Hemet. However, I represent Hood Proverbs LLC and working in conjunction with Paving Great Futures as a director of mentor operations.
Right, love it. Thank you for being here. And Mr. Robert, would you mind introducing yourself, name and where you're from, organization?
Robert Ontiveros, CEO, President, Community Wraparound, AKA Rob Dog in the house. We offer, as far as what we do with Community Wraparound, we provide mentoring services through a trauma-informed lens, the purpose of building resilience to our youth and families and communities. And we're also providing in collaboration with all different organizations such as yourselves or anybody out there in the community that helps our youth. So that's what we do.
Beautiful. Thank you, Rob. Rob Dog. All right. Make sure I got it right. And then Jamie Johnson, if you could tell us your, well, I just told your name, but you know, where you're from and organization.
Did you say me?
Yes, ma'am.
Jamie?
Yes, Jamie.
Sorry, it's going in and out. Hi, I'm Jamie Johnson. I'm the CEO and founder of Sisters of the Streets. We are shifting into a consultation business. We focus on educating the community and systems on domestic sex trafficking. And I'm always proud to affiliate myself with Paving Great Futures. So thanks you guys for having me.
All right, thank you, we appreciate you. And Matthew, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself, where you're from and your organization.
Yes, absolutely. Good evening, party people. Matthew Gordon, President and CEO of the Blue Heart Foundation, where our mission is to build our community by providing an equitable and secure path to higher education, emotional health, and character development for young African-American males. I am a native son to Southeast San Diego. It's a pleasure to be with you all this evening.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you as well. And last but certainly not least is Jimmy, if you wouldn't mind giving us your name, where you're from, and organization.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Jimmy Figueroa, born and raised in Oceanside, resident of Oceanside, lived in Oceanside practically my whole life. Former program manager of Resilience Community Mentoring. We're the Credible Messenger program out here in North County. So we mentor in partnership with the juvenile probation department, we mentor high-risk youth on juvenile probation coming home back to North County.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for your work, Jimmy. Appreciate it. So we'll go ahead and go into the next question, and I'll start with Deandre. What is the most important thing you think a mentor should know about mentoring at-risk youth?
Just that a lot of the trauma and a lot of the situations that our youth have gone through have been things that have been happening for some time. So when you're trying to interact, you're trying to uplift, you're trying to plant those seeds, just know that that's going to take some time, and you don't want to feel discouraged or anything like that, because we just want to be able to plant seeds. So when our youth has that actual aha moment, they'll be able to go back and pull from everything that they learned from you and other mentors alike.
Right on. Awesome. And then the next question, the same question to Jonas. I will go ahead and repeat it for you just so you have it. What is the most important thing you think a mentor should know about mentoring at-risk youth?
What I think the most important thing someone should know is just being authentic, right? Being yourself, because trust and being genuine is something that everybody wants. And when it comes to youth, they can smell it out, right? Like a rotten egg. So if you're trying to be something that you're not, don't be that. Just be who you are. And then that authenticity is gonna spill out. And like Deandre said, it's gonna take some time because there's a trust issue, right? And so we got to build that trust. You know, small steps equals great distances. And if we continue to do that, you know, sooner or later the egg's gonna crack.
Right on. Rob Dog, same question to you, sir. What is the most important thing you think a mentor should know about mentoring at-risk youth?
Be yourself. Echo off what everybody said. Be trauma informed, because the things that we say could trigger that youth. And so we just have to watch what we say, and you have to know how to listen. Listen to the youth rather than, because we get caught up, you know, with lived experience. We want to speak what we've been through and tell our stories and just keep on. Youth are like, I heard this already over and over again. Okay, are you done? Because when you're done, I'm gonna go get high and drink, because you just made me want to get high and drink. Seriously, when we try to talk about it, don't glorify your past. Talk about a little bit. Talk about what changed right now, what you're doing presently. And that's what I focus on when we work with the youth. So that's something importantly to know. So.
Awesome. Key points there. And Jamie, same question to you. What is the most important thing you think a mentor should know about mentoring at-risk youth?
For me, I believe that the most important thing is just always going to be about rapport and like real relationship. You know, as has already been said, these kids, these youth, people know whether there's a real connection or authentic connection, and you can't fake that. So I think just taking the time and knowing that building that real relationship where you really genuinely care about that person, whether you're clocked in or clocked out, so to say, I think that that's super important.
Yes, thank you. And let's see here, and we have Matthew, same question to you. What is the most important thing you think a mentor should know about mentoring at-risk youth?
All excellent answers, but kind of building on what Jonas and Deandre just described, that's going to take a level of consistency. Be consistent. Some of the challenges that I faced firsthand is some wanting to be mentors because it's, you know, a cute thing to do. You show up when the cameras are there, you show up to a big event, and not the small, intimate instances, such as helping them with their homework, or them wanting to confide in someone about a girl that they like, for example. It's just going to take a level of consistency and understanding that as a mentor, you're in it for the long haul and not just for the short term.
Absolutely. And Jimmy, same question to you. What is the most important thing you think a mentor should know about mentoring at-risk youth?
Yeah, I think just to build off what everyone said, I think everyone's correct. Being trauma informed is key, because you don't want to say anything that's going to trigger your mentee to want to go ahead and be active or go ahead and get high. But time and patience, like it's really based off of relationships and understanding each individual youth's individual process. I think one of the things that I've seen, people come into this space, reputable factors from the neighborhood come into this space and struggle as mentors because yes, like Rob said, listening is the number one thing. That's key. You have to listen loud and be willing to listen first. Because yeah, you do see that mentors come in and they want to share their stories, but the kids have heard that. What the kids need is a mentor, someone to listen to them and help them process and guide them through their struggles and help them achieve their goals.
Right on, absolutely. Thank you, Jimmy. So we'll go ahead and go back to Deandre for our next question here for our mentors.
Emma,
Yes.
hold on, sorry. We got a giant that snuck in the back door. Mr. Chef Jeff Henderson. So I'm gonna ask him the first question over introduction.
All right, we can do that. All right, Jeff. So the first question here is if you could please introduce yourself and where you're from and your organization.
All right, greetings everybody. I'm Jeff Henderson, also known as Chef Jeff. I run a nonprofit in Las Vegas called the Chef Jeff Project, and we are a culinary and hospitality school with a focus on restorative justice practices. We conduct therapeutic cooking activities and workforce development. When you think about mentorship, I've been mentoring young people and adults for probably nearly 25 years now. And so one of the things that I've always found that was key to building that relationship and trust with the mentee, like several of you folks had said earlier, was listening, learning as much as you can about their past trauma, their adverse childhood experiences. For me, I like to seek information from who's ever been in their life, whether it's a parent, a grandmother, just to get some tidbits about some of the things that have drove them to, whether it's violence, drove them to behaviors in school that got them kicked out, or how they became criminalized and eventually incarcerated. So, and I do that process through cooking. When young people come to my program, I don't even beat them up about, who I am or, all of the lived experience, because again, these kids are getting that all the time. And so what they really need is somebody to love on them, to understand them, and to grow with them. And so in the food process, gives you an opportunity to get them to open up. So it's really about listening. It's about, learning about how their trauma has impacted them. And, that whole process of the mentoring piece as well has even helped me, overcome some of my challenges, in life as well too, because, being trauma, lots of trauma in my childhood, and being in prison for 10 years as well too, it helps me, it keeps me on track and giving back as well in that space. So thanks for having me, Armand. It's good to be on a call with such passionate people on the call here. Yes. Excuse me. I've been at the kitchen since 6 this morning, so I just came out of a deep sleep to get on this call, but I said I was going to be here. So I go to bed early these days, right? But anyway, thank you guys.
Thanks.
Yes.
Hey, no problem at all. If you went to that deep sleep, it's because you needed it. So
Yes.
we glad that you got it.
Yes.
And you actually took us into our next question as well. And I'll go ahead and go back to Deandre with, why is mentorship important?
Mentorship is important because we're all constantly learning. We're all being mentored on every level of life. And it's important for the youth to be able to get that type of understanding early on. That way, when they start the process and become who they're going to be, they'll be ready for every single scenario, every single situation, even beyond just being an at-risk youth. They'll be able to be easily taught and mentored at a job, at school, and in any type of situation that they may be involved in where learning takes place. Thank you.
No problem. I had to mute myself. He was about to start getting a bunch of amens. for a second here. Jonas, same question to you, sir. Why is mentorship important?
I believe mentorship is very important because it gives somebody the opportunity to bounce ideas, to grow from, to listen to. A lot of times I know for myself, I needed someone that I can look up to and maybe give me a different perspective. So mentorship is important because it can shine a light on a different perspective, to go a different route, to make a different decision, to get a different type of information, so they can make a right decision.
Awesome. Thank you, Jonas. Rob Dog, why is mentorship important?
Why does Deandre get to answer all the questions first?
Because my brain, my brain does not work that well, so I have to stay in the line.
Come on, can I spread the love?
Hey, I would have much rather you went first, man.
No, just kidding. No, check it. Look, mentorship is important. I mean, it's just like everybody's saying, we're gonna say the same thing. Some of us not, and add a few more things. But it is important because it is like a second set of eyes to bring awareness to the kids and that we're working with, the youth, and also especially with lived experience and with youth that are involved in gangs. When you have somebody that's lived experience, they're able to share their story, or they're able to talk and give them something that happened with them that they could probably relate to, and kind of share with them how they got out of that. And so the kids may gravitate towards that. And not to mention, having mentorships is someone they can speak with, because sometimes with a lot of our kids that we work with, they can't even speak to their own dads or their moms or their uncles, or they feel more of a connection with a mentor. For whatever reason that is, I mean, we're still all trying to figure that out as well. I mean, because, you know, we just don't know, but it's been proven that I've seen a lot of kids that I work with, and it's like, man, I can't talk to my dad about this. I can't, you know, it's just something they can share with and open up with. It's because maybe we listen. I don't know. You know, as a parent myself, sometimes my son talks to me, I'm like, I try to give my full attention, but you know, just some things you can connect with and some things you just can't. So, but yeah, I'll be quiet.
Okay. All great points indeed. All right, let's go ahead and go to Jamie. The same question to you. Why is mentorship important?
Yeah, I definitely don't like being last in this line, because I feel like all the good answers are taken, but that's all right. To piggyback just off of everything that everyone's already said, I just, you know, like routing back to connection again. It's just, there's like a feeling that I have never experienced outside of a youth telling me, or anybody really telling me, like, you're the first person I feel like has seen me, like not heard me, but seen me. And I think that can only come from that genuine, authentic connection. Again, caring about somebody outside of a case number, outside of a file folder, outside of 8 to 5. I think that mentorship is necessary. I mean, it's absolutely necessary. It's like not only resourceful, but it's just having that one person that it may be the only person that you've ever come across that you feel like, again, has really seen you for the first time in your life, whether you're 12 or whether you're 22, whether you're 52. Sometimes we go through life feeling unseen, and then unheard. And that, I think, strikes this empowerment within people, no matter what the age. And that helps project them to their fullest potential, or at least opens that door, because they feel valued and they feel secure in moving forward with things that they can become successful in. And sometimes it just takes somebody to say, like, hey, like, you know, you could do this, right? Like, you know, I see this potential in you. And those words can catapult somebody's life in a whole different direction. So I just think mentorship, not only for the mentor and the mentee, but also us as a community, like having fellow mentors that understand like this walk and the things that we're trying to do. I think that's crucial, and bouncing ideas off of each other, having accountability partners, having people check you, because we all have some type of lived experience, and sometimes we slip and we fall, and we need somebody to be like, hey, like, get your shit together. And that's just what it's got to be about. So I'm just really about the community and action.
All right, thank you, Jamie. And you know, I know I'm 42, and I definitely needed a accountability partner. That's absolutely true. Matthew, same question to you. Why is mentorship important?
Yeah, it took the words right out of my mouth. Accountability partners, but more importantly, touching on with what Rob Dog was talking about, mentorship provides a safe space without fear, concern, worry of being judged, harmed in any kind of way, whether it be physically or verbally. And it's a safe space to learn and grow from any given particular situation. There are certain things that kids don't share with their parents, don't share with their family members, and they need another individual that can help guide them through whatever it is that they're going on. It could be from, what do I do if I catch an STD? What happens if I see my best friend get shot and killed in front of me? All real instances, by the way. But again, just piggybacking off what Rob Dog eloquently explained, mentorship is important for that reason, providing that safe space so they can be listened to, as Jamie mentioned, so they can be seen, and they can learn from those experiences as we continue to provide them the tool set to succeed in life.
Thank you. Thank you very much for that, Matthew. And Jimmy, the same question to you is, why is mentorship important?
I mean, in reality, it's because you can't do things in life alone. You know, it's like we take a support system for granted, and all of us had a support system put us in the position that we're in now. We wouldn't be where we're at right now if it wasn't for mentors. And you know, I think the consistency component of it, at least a lot of the mentees in the resilience program, they're all coming. A lot of them are generational, so their parents were involved, you know, in the neighborhood. They're coming from situations where they bounce from house to house, living, you know, staying on someone's couch. Grandparents are raising them. Grandparents are in their elder ages, and you know, they're being taught about life. At least for the males in our program, they're being taught about life from individuals that are only a few years older than them, that are boys themselves. And it's important to have, you know, someone with the experiences to be able to guide frustrations, to be able to guide trauma, to be able to guide, like everyone has shared, what do you do when you just got stabbed or shot at and you want to respond and your environment's telling you this is how you respond, but a mentor is able to come in and potentially save a life, save your life and save somebody else's life. And, you know, one of the things, I was in a conversation today with the county, and I wanted them to understand that when it comes to like investing in our communities, a lot of our money goes into public safety, like city and county's budgets go into public safety. Mentoring is part of public safety. And I think it's important for counties and the city to really see that. What everyone is doing in this group and what everyone, all the lives that everyone is touching here, is saving lives, and it's making the community a better place. And mentoring in the spaces that we mentor in is public safety.
Very valid point. Chef Jeff, you led us into this question here, but do you have anything additional you'd like to add to why is mentorship important?
You're on mute, big bro.
There we go. Yes, everybody, really describe why mentor is important and different roles that everybody plays here. You know, mentoring is important to me, and I believe as a group, because we all have those lived experiences, and our mission is to, you know, disrupt that school to prison pipeline, disrupt, you know, any pipeline of anyone going to prison or violence or harm. We've seen it, we've done it, we've been there. I know it's important for me is to help create those blueprints for these young people who lack fathers. Most of the kids I work with, none of them have fathers. You know, their mothers are out there in the streets. So we become that bridge, you know, bridge them to not wind up getting in that system, you know, and making those choices. You know, we wear many hats as a mentor. And I never really looked at it in terms of the whole public safety piece, but I thought that was a pretty powerful statement there. And so I think as a collective of folks like us to continue this work and raise up that next generation of mentors is just so important. again, we have the experience, we've been there, and we have an obligation because a lot of the circumstances and the decision making that a lot of young people make out there is because they saw people like us do it. They saw us act out in a certain way, so they're duplicating what they see, hear, and experience. So we have an obligation to do it, and I think it's just important that, and I salute everyone here on this call. I rarely get on calls like this, only because I'm here in Vegas. Vegas is not a progressive city, and I get so tied up in my work of what I'm doing. But I just want to say I'm just proud of everyone here I'm listening to, especially the folks from San Diego, where I did 100% of my harm, back in the 80s. And to see young people like yourselves out there doing this work is moving to me. So I salute everybody here that's doing this. Yeah.
Thank you. We appreciate that as well. Appreciate your time also, and the time spent with all of our mentor panel here to give your input. Very valuable jewels were dropped today. A lot that was expressed that like Chef Jeff hadn't come to my mind as well. So we really appreciate that. And that concludes our mentor panel. And I will turn it over to Sydney Santos, and she'll introduce our youth panel. Sydney.
Sydney, I'm sorry, really quick, for all my young life, my loved ones, if y'all can turn your camera on if you're in a position to. If not, understandable. But if you can't, turn your camera on so we can see who these wonderful, beautiful faces we're talking to right now. I'll call you out one by one if I need to, but hey, there we go. There we go.
All right, so we've got our youth panel here. Some young people who have gone through things and also, are part of this curriculum that we're building. I'm going to ask a series of 3 questions and just have you guys go through them kind of just like we did with the mentors. So the first question is going to be just to introduce yourself, your name, age, and where you're from. And we will start off with Barzo.
Okay, so my name is Donovan Dove. I go by Barzo. I'm 29. Local to San Diego, was raised in San Bernardino, born out here. I'm trying to find a spot where my son not gonna come up on me cussing me out. Well, yeah, can you repeat the question one more time? I apologize, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Just your name, age, and where you're from.
Oh yeah, okay, well, yeah, basically Donovan Dove, 29. I'll be 30 in December. I got 4 kids. Armand is one of the biggest inspirations in my life. Kept me out of a lot of stuff, got me out of a lot of stuff. And that's about it.
Awesome. Next, Mac Lovio. Introduce yourself.
Come on, son.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Mac Lovio Marquez. Born and raised here in San Diego native. And I'm 25 years old.
Thank you. Next, Adrian. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. If you're here.
Hello, how you doing? My bad, I was crazy.
No
It's Adrian Jordan. Adrian like Adrian, but just Ed.
Okay. Where are you from and how old are you?
I'm from San Diego, California, and I'm 20 years old.
Awesome. Thanks for being here. Next, we've got Vincent.
My name is Vincent. I'm from Spring Valley, California. I'm 31 years old.
Awesome. Next, we've got Elijah.
My name's Elijah. I'm 18. I'll be 19 next month. Born and raised down here in San Diego. That's about it.
Awesome. Next, we've got Gabriel. Not sure if he's, oh yeah, I think.
Can you guys hear me?
What, where are you from and how old are you? Introduce yourself.
Nicholas from San Diego, and I'm 21.
Thank you. And then last but not least, we've got David.
My name is David Thornton. I'm 16 and I'm from Chula Vista, California.
All right, thanks everybody for being here. This next question is gonna be, do youth need mentorship and why? So we'll start off again with Donovan.
Yeah, I honestly, yeah, I think, everybody needs some sort of shadowing or, chaperoning from time to time. Yeah, but especially kids because they're the most impressionable. And I watch a lot of mimicking going on, and I've done my fair share of mimicking and wanting to be like somebody, having a big homie, wanting to be somebody big homie. So yeah, most definitely it's important because you want to try to teach these kids individuality and teach them that it's okay to be comfortable in a space that you're most progressive in, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And always to push somebody to do something that's conducive to their well-being and not pushing up when Lily's in the ground, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Or don't be in a rush to be somebody that you're gonna end up being in the next 10 years anyway. Like, let nature take its course the way it's supposed to. So yeah, I believe mentorship is imperative for these children out here, and you know what I'm saying? Young adults as well.
Yes. All right, and Mac Lovio, do you think youth need mentorship and why?
Hi, to answer that question, I do believe youth need mentorship. Not only youth, but everyone needs a little bit of guidance, needs a little bit of mentorship, just someone that could believe in them, not only believe in them, but show them the way, like step by step, actually give them someone that they can look up to. When I think of mentorship, I think about becoming and being and acting as the man that I needed when I was younger. So I think mentorship is extremely important and definitely needed, especially in these days when negative personas and negative acts are glorified and not only glorified but widely accepted.
Very good point. Adrian, do you think youth need mentorship and why?
Say the question one more time, please.
Do you think that youth need mentorship and why?
Yes, 'cause I feel like yes, man. I feel like a lot of people stir down the wrong path and don't know what they get themselves into, then find themselves in a more harsher situation once they're into it, then or like what I like to call the last minute prey, where people feel like they just like when it's like it's too late, then they finally want to find like not just a religion or just like call on somebody, but in reality, you always have like the open sources if you just look for it in the first place.
And Vincent, do you think that youth need mentorship and why?
I believe that youth need mentorship because that's the best time to give a person mentorship, because that's when you're growing and you're becoming an adult. Once you're an adult, you can't do something and it'll be erased off your record, or you know what I mean? You don't get no second chances as an adult. When you're a kid, you get some second chances. So by the time you are an adult, if you have the right mentorship, you could be a successful adult and you still not on no kid stuff in the beginning of your adult lifespan type of thing. So yeah, I believe that kids need mentors.
Thank you. Elijah, do youth need a mentorship and why?
I do believe kids need mentorship. Everybody else before me pretty much hit the mark on this question. Kids are very impressionable, our youth in general. So for them to have a mentor and someone that's leading them in the correct path would be highly beneficial to them, especially if they're in a rough environment or if they grew up around negative activities or things that wouldn't lead into the greatest path as they get older, and if they continue down that road. So I would say they definitely need mentorship, especially where our target audience is harsh youth, kids that grow up around this type of activity. So definitely would say that they do.
Thank you. Next, we've got Gabriel. Do youth need mentorship and why?
I feel like it's very important because a lot of kids don't have father figures and a lot of kids don't know right from wrong. So it's always good to have someone older that already went through the situation to tell them right from wrong.
Mhm. Thank you. And David, what about you?
I think youth mentoring is important because like I see it more as like warnings to future life because kids are very impressionable, especially in San Diego because there are a lot of people doing bad things because it's like the new thing and it's cool or whatever. But you know, they can tell you all the time that, you know, this is going to be good. It's a good thing. It's a cool thing, but it's good to have that other voice telling you that there will be a consequence and it's not the life that you want. You can make better for yourself.
Awesome. Yes, I agree. All right. And then the last question we got for you guys is, have you had a mentor before? And what was the best way that they connected with you? So we'll start off with Donovan. Keep going down the line.
I had a mentor. I still got a mentor. My mentor's name is Armand King, right? Let me tell you, this guy, man, this guy that came with a plethora of court dates. I'm telling you, bro, I'm like, I ain't even see my whole family in the courtroom. Girlfriend left, mama not answering, soup's running low. I'm talking about, man, Lois, I'm talking about holes in the shoes. Our mom was there. So, you know, the importance of it is I guess I'm a living testament of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what else to say to that. Armand is, you know what I'm saying, person that got all this stuff going on, got everybody here today, and y'all all, man, this is a product of being a mentor. I'm here, and now I'm training to be, you know, product of having a mentor. Now I'm training to be a mentor. That's crazy. Like, yeah. I don't know if I went off topic, but I just had a moment where I got emotional.
No, that was great.
Yeah.
Mac Lovio, have you ever had a mentor and what was the best way they connected with you?
Hi, to answer that question, yes, ma'am, I have had a mentor and still currently do. It can change your projection of your future detrimentally. Like just having someone that can believe in you, not only believe in you, but push you, not only push you, but guide you, and not only guide you, but practice what they preach. You know what I mean? Like, cause we could talk all day long, but if you're not listening to you, I'm not gonna listen to you. So like, I think it's just, it has impacted my life detrimentally. Like I would not be who I am today without the presence of my mentor, without his help, without his guidance, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. So I just want to be able to be that first for others, you know.
That's awesome.
Hold on, I gotta stop. That man said, if you ain't listening to you, then I'm not listening to you. Okay.
Hello.
Right. Hello.
Yeah, very valid point. Next, we got Adrian. Have you had a mentor before? And if so, what was the best way they connected with you?
Mr. Armand King, yes, he was the person that helped me out with like realizing a lot of stuff. He helped me get like I want to say a serious charge when I was a juvenile, and he stepped in and kind of showed me a route with something and just kind of showed me a different way with it. So Mr. Armand King, I want to say, is the best mentor, and he's still going until he takes his last breath. It seemed like he got that strive for this type of stuff.
Yes, he's awesome.
All right, we're gonna stop saying Armand King because they're gonna think I set this up. They're gonna think this was staged, man. Come on.
Nah, man, only person I talk to.
Ain't no way this stage, boy. You can't fake this.
Thank you. Vincent, have you had a mentor before? And
Yeah,
what
my
are the
bad.
best
I gotta
way they
out Armand it one more time. But yeah, I think Armand King was the first mentor, probably the first positive male role model I had. I had plenty male role models, but not positive ones. I had in The way that he was able to connect to me, was able to relate to me, and he never belittled me for like still being in a certain lifestyle or doing certain things. He never belittled me for it. He just made me feel bigger than what that was. Like, you still doing that when you know you could be doing this, and not only just telling me that, but telling me how to do it. So it was more so him letting me know that I'm bigger than what the boundaries I put on myself, and him letting me know how to transfer my skills into being able to be the most productive person I could be.
Aisha, have you had a mentor before? And if so, what was the best way that they connected with you?
I wouldn't necessarily call them mentors, even though it's probably the same thing, but I would say I have a lot of male role models around me. And as a young man, that really helped me out a lot. Armand, of course. I know you want to stop saying your name, but it's the fact of the matter. Armand, my father, likes to surround, especially at my age now, I like to surround myself with a lot of people that are going in the right path. They're either successful or striving for greatness, or trying to progress in their lives. And I look up to them and I follow them, especially at my young age. So I have a lot of people to look around to and look up to follow in their footsteps or in their path when they're doing the right thing. And it's really great for me to see that. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a mentor, because I don't speak to them on a daily basis, whoever it may be. I tend to try to get through things on my own, or move at my own pace type of thing, and just let my own for itself. But as far as the male role models that I have in my life, I'm really grateful for them, and yeah, I do appreciate them greatly.
And Gabriel, have you had a mentor, and what was the best way they connected with you?
My only mentor is Armand, and he helped me get off probation, which was very big. He helped me get my first foreign car. He helped me hit a lot of my goals in 2021, 2022. He just helped me out with a lot my whole life.
Thank you, thank you. And then we got David.
Sorry, what was the second part of the question again?
What was the best way a mentor is connected with you?
Okay, I don't think I specifically had one mentor. It was kind of just like all the adults as a collective in the Futures of little program. I will say what they did for me was they did show me like a lot of like things that I could do with my life. And even before that, my mom was just kind of like closed because I didn't really know much, and they made sure to inform me about future things. And the best thing that they did for me was help me tap into my creative mindset. And that is like one of my favorite things about myself. So they kind of just glorified that for me, you know, even like mentioning my name, even when I'm not in here, making sure that I'm out there. So yeah, that's it.
Wonderful, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for giving your answers, your input. And we are gonna just move back to Armand for some final words.
First and foremost, I love y'all, man. I love these young lives that's on here. I love the mentors that's on here. I know you guys are doing amazing work. And if we gave y'all half the budget we give the police department, there would be no crime. I'll say it like that, because that's the level of work and commitment that y'all have. And I learned from each one of you. And a lot of this curriculum is based off things. I'm taking notes always. I am the student. You know what I mean? I know what I know, and I don't know what I don't know. I got a 6th grade education. You know what I mean? And the rest of it, I've been learning and soaking up game. I've been the best thing I could ever be is a sponge, and that will always be. So I thank you and appreciate everybody on here for continuously providing me with to do, you know, people, these mentees, not just mentees, my family, my younger brothers. I give from y'all, I give to them, you know, and it fills me up and it makes me feel good. There's times I don't want to do this. I can't even lie, where it's a lot weighing on me. But because of people like y'all, because of everyone on here, it's that push and that continuation to keep going. And this young group that's on here, a couple of y'all, I'm glad that you've been with me for years, but they getting to a point that now it's time to transfer that game, time to transfer that information for them to give it to the young lives. because my hair is readily turning gray by the daily. In a minute, I'm gonna be grandpa, and ain't nobody gonna listen to me like that. So while, hey, hopefully all that information and stuff and them court dates, you know, I'm tired of going to court. I'm in there more than the prosecutor. You know what I mean? So now it's time for y'all to take on that that baton and take that torch while it's still lit. You know, I'm not waiting. I'm not holding on till it's burnt out. No, we trying to keep this torch lit and hand it to you while it's flaming and hot. So definitely that. And so you guys, everybody on here, this group, this mentee group right here, from ages 15, there's some that's not on here. You got about a half of them that's on here. From 15 to 31, you hear this group of youth. We're really merging them into being consultants. A lot of us older cats are just now learning about this consultancy and using our lived experience to be consultants. I want them to be consultants right now, making what consultants make. So this group, that youth consultant advisory group, is going along with this youth curriculum. And as people throughout the nation want to talk to youth with lived experience, talk to youth that have been there, we got them. So let's put them in position so they can make them dollars, you know, side gigs, make their money, and also through their experience. And I'm not telling them that I don't want them to change up who they are. Be who you are. They want to learn the real, give it to them. Give it to them right now where you at. I could talk all day long of what I was like as a 16-year-old, but David can give it to you right now. What's it like being a 16-year-old? Elijah can tell you what it's like being 18, 19-year-old. You know, Vincent can tell you what it's like going through a mentor program, coming from detention, coming from federal prison, coming from these situations, you know. So this is you see a wide range of mentorship here, from 16 to, you know, to our older age. You know what I mean? We here. This is how we close the gap. And if you've learned through time, you looked up to the homie that was slightly older than you when you was in the streets. You might have been 14, but you're looking up to the 16-year-old. The 16-year-old's looking up to the 18, 19-year-old in the community, and so on and so forth. So if we start changing the trajectory, changing it down through the generations, this is how we change and end and destroy the preschool to prison pipeline. So 100% that. We're going to come to a close, and I just want to let y'all know. So the next coming steps of this Walk With Me Impact curriculum, we're finalizing everything, putting it all together. Next month, August 2nd, the team, we're going to be pushing a online fundraiser, crowdfunding, to raise the funding that we need to get the curriculum completed. It's editing that needs to be done. I told you there's audio, video production that needs to be done, education review. There's a bunch of components that need to be completed, and we want to fund it and get it paid for. Although we've learned to make something out of nothing our whole life, we could probably finagle some stuff for free. But why do that and not have a half-ass product? Let's make this as best it can be. And please, as we continue from here, Jonas, Deandre, Matthew, McLovio, Chef, everybody on here, hopefully I planted these seeds in your head and you understand a little more what this is. If you get an idea like, bro, you know, we should put this in there. We should put this in there. You know what I mean? Please call on my line, text me, so we can make this the best thing it can be. And we're going to take this game that we got together, and it can go and spread throughout. You know, San Diego is a small city, but a big county, right? And if it's this active here, can you imagine what's popping in LA right now? What's popping in Atlanta, in Chicago? We already know. This is something that we want to be able to help facilitate those leaders that are in those places too. What's going on in Canada? So August 2nd is going to be the launching of the crowdfunding campaign. Look out for it. Please, I'm asking, you know, I'm coming to you humbly. Please share this information. Any connection, contacts you may have, share them. You know, that saying, it takes a village, is real, real, real. And I seen you, Rob Dog. Yes, sir. Talk to me. I'll talk back, and it might be in Swahili. What's up, bro?
Oh, I just want to know, where was I going to send my invoice to? Am I sending it to you, or what am I doing here?
So we want to train these. I told you, I already pushed that off to the youth consultants, so we want them to learn business, right?
No, you know what? You can count iPaylow to distribute any funds that's towards this, to help out anything for the youth. So you have my word and witnesses over here. Whatever I could do with my business to be able to donate to this cause, count me in. So
Y'all heard that.
I appreciate you.
100,000 from Rob Dog.
What?
Yes.
Wait, hold up. What'd you say?
No, hold on. Mute his mic. Mute his mic.
I'm
Okay.
gonna have to ask my wife about that one. I don't know, man. The wife is a boss. You guys know that.
100%.
Right, babe? Tell him. Oh, she don't want to be on. Okay, never mind.
All right. Don't get in trouble now. Don't get in trouble.
I am.
We've had a non-violent event. We don't want the ruckus. That's why I kept everybody separate. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yellow hand in the corner, Miss Jamie 2 E's. Don't get it confused. Yes, ma'am.
Hey, so I don't even think I've asked you this, but is this curriculum based towards male youth, or is I'm obviously there's female components, but is it more geared towards male youth?
So, and good question. So when the whole base and heart of this project came with the name Walk With Me, it was me taking myself, my younger self, on a walk. Although this curriculum can be used for anybody, but it was geared in the mind and spirit was towards young, at-risk, high-risk young males. Although the components of this can be transferred and coming soon, this ain't the end of it. We need I had one of my women leader friends talk to me about when's the women one. I want to help with that. So that I can't write that. I could, but I want to be 100%. We're gonna need a woman leader that walk with her, walk with me. I was never that in that position. So to give it my full essence, I had to be talking to myself. I had to be talking to my homeboys that ain't living no more. So that's why it's starting here. So we want to go there. We also want a full Spanish translation version of this. This is just the first step. What y'all seeing is the beginning of greatness that's going to spread from here. That's going to ripple effect. Drop that big boulder dropped into the lake. Let's see where the ripples go.
All right, cool.
And that's it. That's all. I just want to say thank you all for joining. We're going to tune off. I know. Thank you for allotting us these 2 hours of your time on this Tuesday night. And we're going to let my big bro, Chef Jeff, go back to sleep. And I'm sleepy too. Trust me, my bedtime is 7:30.
All right, OG. Thanks for having me.
And let me just say, I'm sorry. Does anybody have any last words before we tune off?
I just want to say, I just want to tell everybody to keep pushing, keep doing the next right thing, keep at it, no matter what space you're in your life right now. Just keep at it. Reach out if you need support. It's not just about providing the support for the mentees. It's a lot about us supporting each other too. So reach out and just thank you guys for your hearts and your dedication, and thank you, Armand, for putting this together, bringing an amazing group of people together as always. So just want to say to keep pushing, everybody.
Yes, ma'am. You too.
For sure. And I'm going to echo that, man. I just want to say congratulations, Armand, for putting this together, bringing such a diverse group and individuals that are connected to the heart of the struggle. I can't wait to see where this goes at the end of the day, man. We definitely need spaces like this and representation.
Absolutely, 100. So that Walk With Me Impact mentor, that mentor support group, that's going to be a key ingredient, a monthly thing for us to come together and be able to talk about the ins and outs and ends of what we're doing and be able to support each other. Because I'm a coordinated method of doing that. Little training there, but a place that we can come together. And especially you ever experienced a mentee that you've had for a certain amount of time move to Las Vegas. Now we got connected. We here with Chef Jeff. Okay, we got a mentee that just moved out there and vice versa. We got a mentee that moved out to Gainesville. Then we got a mentor out there to connect with, the network. All right. That's it. That's all. Love y'all. Have a blessed evening. I'm about to push this end button and it goes a little something like this.